Have you ever wondered why so many people swear by the ketogenic diet, not just for weight loss, but for overall health and longevity? Beyond the buzzwords, keto touches some of the deepest aspects of human metabolism, from how our cells use fuel to how sugar silently ages us from the inside out. Today we're diving into the medical science of the ketogenic diet, glycated cells, inflammation, the Randle Cycle, and the real question, can keto be sustained long-term? Before we get too deep into this topic, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This will help bring the truth about health and healing to the thousands of people who need to hear this message. Now back to the episode. Let's start with something most people don't realize. Sugar isn't just about calories. When we consume excess glucose, it doesn't simply fuel our cells. It also reacts with proteins and fats in a damaging process called glycation. Glycation is like caramelization happening inside your body. Sugars attach to proteins, distorting their shape and function. Over time, these sticky sugar-protein complexes form advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. And trust me, the name says it all. AGEs accelerate aging. Think stiff arteries, wrinkled skin, cloudy lenses in the eye, and even nerve damage. Glycation doesn't just make cells inefficient, it sets the stage for chronic disease. The ketogenic diet, by keeping blood sugar and insulin consistently low, dramatically reduces glycation. Fewer sugar molecules floating around means fewer opportunities to damage your cells. But the benefits go further. Let's talk inflammation, the silent fire that underlies conditions like arthritis, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's disease. When we rely heavily on glucose, our mitochondria, the tiny power plants of our cells, burn through sugar quickly, but often inefficiently. This can generate excess free radicals, the sparks that ignite oxidative stress. Chronic oxidative stress leads to inflammation. Here's where keto flips the script. When your body shifts into fat-burning mode, it produces ketone bodies, especially beta-hydroxybutyrate, BHB. BHB isn't just a fuel, it's a signaling molecule. It actually blocks inflammatory pathways at the genetic level, calming the immune system's overreaction. That means fewer swollen joints, less brain fog, and a reduced risk of long-term inflammatory disease. In fact, some research suggests keto may help conditions as diverse as epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, and even certain cancers, because at its core it dials down the flame of inflammation. Now let's introduce a concept that isn't often discussed outside academic circles, the Randle Cycle, also known as the glucose fatty acid cycle. Here's the idea. Our cells can burn either glucose or fat, but they don't like doing both at the same time. Think of it as two fuels competing for the same engine. When glucose is abundant, fat burning is shut down. Insulin spikes, locking fat away in storage. But when fat is the primary fuel, as in ketosis, the body flips the metabolic switch, insulin drops, fat becomes the dominant fuel, and glucose is used sparingly. This metabolic clarity avoids the tug-of-war that causes inefficiency, sluggishness, and insulin resistance. The ketogenic diet essentially removes glucose from the equation, allowing fat metabolism to take the driver's seat without interference. Over time, this restores metabolic flexibility, which is the ability to switch fuels efficiently, a lost art in modern carb-heavy lifestyles. Now, here's the big question. Is keto sustainable in the long run? Critics often paint keto as extreme, but historically, humans thrived on variations of low-carb diets. Think Arctic populations relying on fatty fish and blubber, or early hunter-gatherers who endured long winters with little access to carbohydrates. Long-term keto isn't about eating bacon and butter forever. It's about building a lifestyle where fat is the foundation of energy. That means whole foods, fatty fish, olive oil, avocados, nuts, eggs, pasture-raised meats, and low-carb vegetables. The transition period, sometimes called the keto flu, is real but temporary. Once adapted, many report more stable energy, improved mental clarity, and less reliance on constant snacking. And unlike restrictive crash diets, keto leverages deep evolutionary pathways, so the body is actually designed to sustain it. Still, sustainability comes down to personalization. Some thrive on strict keto indefinitely. Others cycle in and out, using targeted carbs around workouts or periodic refeeds. The key is flexibility, not dogma. So let's zoom out. The ketogenic diet isn't just a weight loss hack, it's a way of reprogramming human metabolism, reducing glycation, calming inflammation, and resolving the metabolic tug of war described by the Randle Cycle. It's about aligning with how our bodies evolved to use fuel, and whether you adopt keto strictly or flexibly, the principles, lower sugar, stable insulin, and reliance on fat metabolism can profoundly impact long-term health. The ketogenic diet isn't a trend. It's a return to metabolic wisdom. The proof is in the research and clinical findings showing that the ketogenic diet is one of the most powerful dietary tools we have, not just for losing weight, but for slowing aging and preventing disease. Remember, diet is the foundation of both health and healing. Unless you get your diet right, no pill or potion is going to turn your health around. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, share it with someone curious about keto, and subscribe for more deep dives into medical science. The conversation about health is evolving, and it starts with understanding the fuel that powers every cell in your body. I am Dr. Victoria Munoz. Take care.